Welcome into my Week 5 NFL picks for the 2025 NFL season. Last week we did absolutely terrible on our picks and we tried to use facts and logic. So this week I'm not going to use any facts or any logic for my picks and I'm just going to be as casual and nonchalant as I possibly can be. And because I'm doing that, I bet you I'll probably do way better this week. So let's go ahead and get into our first game. First game is the Vikings versus the Browns this week. I think the Vikings are going to win this game. I would like to take them in the -3.5 as well. Not getting any more detailed this week, let's move to the next game. Houston Texans versus Baltimore Ravens. The Texans are favored -2.5. Even though Lamar Jackson is hurt, give me the Ravens to get the +2.5 in this game. That is a nail. Sorry about that, my dog found a nail and was trying to eat it. Didn't even know there was a nail on the ground. Ever since week 1 when I picked the Texans to win and get the spread, I really don't like the Texans because they've looked really bad this season. Until they get enough momentum going, I am not picking the Texans. Sorry, that was way too detailed, way too much facts and logic. I'm taking the Ravens +2.5. Colts versus Raiders. The Colts are favored -6.5 in this game. I think the Colts get the -6.5 in this game and bounce back from losing a close one last week. The Raiders look below average, but they look better than the worst teams in the league. That's not good enough to beat the Colts though. The Colts win and they get the 6.5 spread. Eagles favored -3.5 versus the Broncos this week. The Broncos are about to be 2-3 this season. The Eagles have been finding ways to win and that's not going to change this week. I also think the Eagles are going to get the spread. So give me the Eagles -3.5. I would be really shocked if the Broncos pull off the upset this week. But I mean, crazier things have happened. Broncos, I picked you to lose this week. That means it's your turn to win. Cowboys are favored -2.5 over the Jets and I don't see a reason to believe that they won't pick this up. Give me -2.5 on the Cowboys. If their defense can even play below average football, I think that they're going to win this game and win the spread. The Giants versus the Saints, and for some reason, the Saints are favored to win -2.5. I have no clue why. They've played okay in all the games they've lost, but they've lost all the games. Did you not see Jackson Dart just beat the Chargers last week by 3? Did you not see Scadaboo take out Derwin James, then get up and then dive towards another defender on the same play? Give me Giants +2.5 on this game. Why in the world is the spread like this? Who made this spread? The Dolphins are favored -1.5 against the Panthers this week, and I think they're going to win and get the -1.5 against the Panthers. The Panthers are probably getting a little bit more favorable of a look this week because they smashed the Falcons 2 weeks ago, but I don't think that that's any indicator of how good they are. The Dolphins are going to get it this week. The Cardinals versus the Titans. My Cardinals have lost like this.
Sweeps it, delivers it, and San Francisco is in first place.
And like this.
The kick wobbles, but makes it through.
Over the past 2 weeks. They also didn't cover the spread of 6.5 points in the second week of the season against the Carolina Panthers. They also made it really close against the Saints. This week they're favored by 7.5. And while the Titans have not looked good, I am not taking the Cardinals -7.5 anymore this year until they prove to me that they can play good, consistent offensive football. No, I'm not talking about the defense. I'm talking about the offense. I'm looking at you, Marvin Harrison Jr., who can't catch a football. I'm looking at you, Kyler Murray, who needs to make decisions quicker in the pocket, but honestly hasn't looked that bad this year, and it's mainly the missed routes by Marvin Harrison and other receivers that are messing him up, and that horrible offensive line. And I'm looking at the defense to not have a blown coverage in this game to allow a free touchdown to a Titans receiver. We allow one every single week. Will we allow it this week? Who knows? Who knows, really? It's really just a weird, crazy circus of crap at this point. But no, I'm taking the Titans +7.5 on this game, and let's hope that they get the +7.5 or make me look really stupid after everything I just said. The Cardinals have not proven to me otherwise that they will get the -7.5 though. They cannot close games, and this is the one team I think out of all the teams I'm talking about today that I think I know about. So maybe I'll get this one right. The Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored to win by -4.5, and they've been looking pretty good. But I just love the Buccaneers way too much this year, and I think that their fight and their grit and determination is just too good this year. They will never say die. They will never quit, and I'm going to take them +4.5 in this game. Chargers versus the Commanders this week. The Chargers are favored -3.5 against the Commanders. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I have no clue what's going to happen in this game. Jaden Daniels is returning from injury, so the Washington Commanders could look really amazing offensively. The Chargers also did just lose to the Giants, but they had Jackson Dart in his first ever start as a quarterback in the NFL. Who knows, maybe that was a fluke game for the Chargers, who decided to charger it up that game. Maybe the Chargers will bounce back and absolutely kick the Commanders' butt. Maybe the Commanders will come out with Jaden Daniels and absolutely put some whoop down and hand the Chargers their second straight loss. I'm more inclined to think the Chargers are going to bounce back this week and get the -3.5, so I'm going to take the Chargers -3.5, and I think they're going to win the game. The lowly Bengals versus the Detroit Lions. The Lions Lions are favored minus 10.5, and I'm not playing around with the big spreads anymore, okay? Last couple weeks I've said I'm not taking big spreads because they're too big, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking the spread this week for the Lions. They're going to get the minus 10.5. Bengals look like they're absolutely dead in the water. Give me the Lions minus 10.5. Teams on a bye this week who are not playing are the Packers, the Falcons, the Bears, and the Steelers. So I won't have to possibly get wrong the picks where I pick the inconsistent Falcons team, the inconsistent Bears team, the inconsistent Packers team, or the inconsistent Steelers team to mess up my pick'em each week, especially the first three. 1 week you're hot, 1 week you're cold. Make up your dang mind. Sunday Night Football is the Bills versus the Patriots. The Bills are favored minus 8.5 in this game, and I think they're gonna pull it off. I don't think the Patriots can hang with the Bills. Maybe on Sunday Night Football in primetime they'll have a little bit more gusto, a little bit more mustard in their steps. I'm talking the spicy mustard too, not just the regular basic mustard. And that mustard could carry them to get the plus 8.5, but I'm taking the Bills minus 8.5. Let's go primetime Josh Allen. And last, but certainly almost least, the Chiefs versus the Jaguars on Monday Night Football. The Chiefs are favored minus 3.5 in this game. And sadly, they looked absolutely amazing last week, which means that I think they're going to win the minus 3.5 this week as well, and win the game against the Jaguars, who again have looked unimpressively impressive this year. But after what we saw them do to the Ravens last week, I'm taking the Chiefs minus 3.5 this week, and they're going to win the game. What do you think of my picks this week? You think anything could be better than last week, right? Who knows, maybe I just jinxed every single one of the teams I picked to win this week, and maybe they're all going to lose this week. But I'm going to go ahead and stick by my picks. I think my picks are good this week, and I guess we'll find out after the week is over. I'll see you guys for the weekly recap because I'm not sick anymore. I didn't make any weekly recap for the Cardinals or for the NFL this week as I was sick all week and my voice was gone. But it's back, and I'm back. I'll see you guys after the weekly games are over with my Cardinals fan react video, my Cardinals recap video, and my NFL Week 5 recap video. Go Cardinals, whoop-ha, and I'll see you later.